I'm fully happy to announce that we got some badass space-ass battles in Iron Blooded Orphans this week, because it was so fucking good. Like, this is what I've been wanting for a while, people. I've been wanting those epic-ass space battles. Let's just get right into that right now. So we kind of get to begin Tekkadan's first ass mission when we get to see him move out to space, and well, it didn't exactly go the whole plan. It seems like they were really set up by Gjallarhorn and all those pieces of shit, especially that guy with the mustache there. We knew he was a bad guy from the pretty much the start and all that, and it's like, oh, he was trying to put on this whole facade as they were like flying out of space, like, oh, this will be your last supper ever, and you're whoa, like, you know, all this shit. And the Tekkadan, like, they knew shit was gonna happen, like, when they went into space, and it was really shocking to see, like, you know, we haven't really seen like a space battle one from like Gundam for quite a while. I mean, I didn't feel this excited when they kind of started doing space battles in the, you know, when we got to see the original like Gundam and like Reconquista as well. Like, those battles weren't exactly very like exciting from them. So it was kind of cool to see them like go, you know, flying around, like all like the Greys units just trying to go and Gjallarhorn stepping in. I'm not gonna lie, the two higher ups from Gjallarhorn, they were pretty strong like that. Like, they were pretty putting in some heavy work for like Mikazuki. Because if it wasn't for Mikazuki absolutely destroying that corrupt piece of shit commander as well, like, he literally just pierced through him like it was nothing. Just fucking Mikazuki, man. Just an absolute cold-blooded killer. I really did enjoy when he just came out of like the space shuttle and he just started ending all of them. And there was like that one dude that's like, oh, I'm gonna avenge, you know, Lieutenant Crank and everything. And they're like, no, we have to destroy them to cover up all our bullshit. And it's just like, there were so many sides. Like, you had the Gjallarhorn people like trying to sort out their things. You got like Crank, like people and all that, like, were trying to actually destroy Kudelia and all of them. And it was just up to Mikazuki and a few of the others, which I did like, that it wasn't just Mikazuki, you know, kind of technically fighting. There was like that other guy as well who had to like, they like swung around the meteorite and like basically like they shot around so they could go around and hit the stuff, because they got fucking betrayed, man. Like, you know, they got set up from the start and they're like, well, we kind of knew shit was gonna happen like that, and it was like, we'll send that faggot back to like all those guys, and yeah, we'll just go deal with ours. I'm kind of actually shocked though, like, even though it was meant for like more like kind of the comedy sort of way, I wouldn't have been surprised if they said, oh, by the way, here's this guy full of lead. That would have been some dark ass shit, but they actually got some good fucking hits on Mikazuki, like, considering that he had to like give up his arm and shit, like, to like even escape them, and not to mention as well, he had to have the help from other people, like throwing them around shit, and he was going against two of them, and they like, it wasn't like, oh, who was that mysterious boy? Like, they already know it was Mikazuki. Like, you know, it was on the comms, he was like, yeah, well, fuck you too. Like, very interesting. As like, I mean, apart from that, like, the entire episode really revolved around the space battle. You kind of get Kudelia there, like, Atsuno was there, like, which was explained, like, you know, like, through the start of the episode, saying, oh, by the way, she's here because she wants to become a cook, and she doesn't want, you know, Kudelia getting Mikazuki. You know, that romance is really, you know, it's really heading off that. But I did respect, though, that Orga was there, saying, like, he was the one that was going to take care of the whole asteroid sort of situation, where he's like, oh, yeah, you're supposed to be a leader, you're supposed to just sit there and act all bossy and cool and shit, leave this to us. And I'm like, I kind of respected that. Orga is definitely the kind of person that's like, he isn't just going to sit down and let people die. Like, I really do respect that. I mean, so I really do want to see what the other members of the Tekkadan can actually do later on in the series. Like, I wouldn't mind if they actually got some more mobile suits kind of into it. Like, obviously, you know, like, because they kind of know it's like the Gundam frame especially, you know, it's rare, and they said, like, you know, 100 years ago that was from the Calamity War. And I did like that they did mention, like, you know, every time a Gundam's been in, like, in any war, any situation, has changed history. And that's why they were getting really excited, like, oh, this is going to happen right now, it's going to begin like that. So I was really excited to see that, and honestly, it was a really good episode. Like, last week's one was a little bit slow, setting all this up, and it definitely was a big payoff. I really did thoroughly enjoy this episode. I thought Mikazuki had some good fucking moments in. Tekkadan were giving all their time to shine. Like, that swinging around the meteorite, I wasn't expecting that. That was pretty goddamn awesome, not gonna lie. And I cannot wait for episode 6 to come in. And it's kind of crazy that we're already a quarter of the way through like this series already, since it's only slated for about 24-25 episodes, unless they could be teasing us with a season 2. But so far, pacing's been great, action's been great, you know, politics all on point, everything that you've been needing in a Gundam series, and I cannot wait to watch more of this series. That's all from me. I want to thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time. And the score at the end of this video is a full out 8 out of 10.